for the light.
I am always cold up here. And you know what? It's that sneaky township manager of ours who keeps turning the heat on.
I know. Damn.
I'm only here for right now. Right now, yeah. We get cold up.
It is cold already.
Yeah, that's why I wore a sweater. Yeah, that's right. One last thing.
There we go. Okay, we're on. It's call to order of the Bristol Township Council meeting, November 20th, 2025. It is 7:03. So if we can all stand for a pledge of allegiance and a moment of silence. Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All righty, can we have roll call, please?
Vice President Murphy,
Present.
Mr. Antonello,
Here.
Mr. Blaylock,
Here.
Ms. Dunlap,
Present.
Mr. Glasson,
Here.
Mrs. Wagner.
Present.
Thank you. Monthly reports are available for review in the Township Manager's office. Public comments will be taken on land development and official action items, and general comments will be taken during opportunity for residents to address council. Start things off, we have presentations and public hearings. Our first up is new officer ceremonial swearing in of Officer Ronald Prime. I understand we have a lieutenant or two here to do the presentation. Hello, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight. It's my privilege to introduce Ronald Prime II, who is the newest member of our police department. Officer Prime grew up in Bristol Township and currently resides in Philadelphia. He attended Penn State University. After college, he worked in security and customer service field. This past spring, Officer Prime started his law enforcement training with Temple Police Academy and graduated on October 10th. While at the academy, he served as a class sergeant, attained top shot award for his firearms skills. At graduation, that award was presented to him, and after completing his training, attained the highest score out of his classmates for the MOPEC certification exam out of his class. Officer Prime was hired by our department shortly after graduation and started his admin training on October 20th, and is now currently assigned to Patrol Squad 2B for his field training with Officer Kevin Jackson. For his swearing in tonight, his mom, Sir Jean, will be holding the Bible for him, and the swearing in is going to be done by the Honorable Judge Hughes.
Okay, so wherever you want him to stand.
That's real best. We finally got it.
Okay. All right, you ready? Yep. I state your name.
I, Ronald Prime,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and the laws of Bristol Township,
the laws of Bristol Township,
that I will be guided in the duties of my office
that I will be guided in the duties of my office
solely by the laws and regulations
solely by the laws and regulations
of the United States of America
of the United States of America
and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
that I will discharge the duties of police officer
that I will discharge the duties of police officer
with fidelity,
with
honesty,
honesty,
and integrity,
and integrity,
that I will uphold, obey, and enforce
that I will uphold, obey, and enforce
the law without consideration
the law without consideration
to a person's race,
to a person's race,
color,
color,
sex,
sex,
religious creed,
religious creed,
sexual orientation, age, national origin, ancestry, handicap, or disability. So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Turn this on. We have Detective Promotion Ceremonial Swearing In of Detective Ashley Landis. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight it's my honor to present Detective Ashley Landis to the council for her ceremonial swearing-in. Detective Landis has earned a bachelor's degree in criminal justice with a minor in psychology from East Stroudsburg University. She worked at the Bucks County Correctional Facility before joining our department in 2019. Detective Landis was selected early on to become a crisis negotiator for our SWAT team. On a personal note, as her field training officer, it's a point of personal pride to see someone you train advance in her career. As much as I would like to say it was due to the superior training she received, the simple fact is that she earned every bit of this promotion on her own. I have no doubt that she will continue to make everyone proud as she starts this next segment of her career. She's happy and excited to continue learning and growing in this new position. And holding the Bible for Detective Landis tonight is her husband, Sergeant Jason Landis of Lower Makefield Township Police Department. Get the Bible.
Anytime you guys want to go around.
Sorry.
All right, we might move this back just a little bit so they can hear you. Try to, just talk that way. All right. I state your name.
I, Ashley Landis,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and the laws of Bristol Township.
and the laws of Bristol Township,
That I will be guided in the duties of my office
that I will be guided in the duties of my office
solely by the laws and regulations
solely by the laws and regulations
of the United States of America
of the United States of America
and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
That I will discharge the duties
that I will discharge the duties
of detective
of detective
with fidelity,
honesty,
honesty, and integrity.
and integrity,
That I will uphold, obey, and enforce
that I will uphold, obey, and enforce
the law without consideration
the law without consideration
to a person's race,
to a person's race,
color,
color,
sex,
sex,
religious creed,
religious creed,
sexual orientation,
sexual orientation,
age,
age,
national origin,
national origin,
ancestry, handicap, or disability.
handicap, or disability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Detective.
All right, let's keep rolling with the police department. We have commendations of merit for Officers Schmidt and Beck.
Come on, guys. Yep, you can just stand, it's fine. In June of 2024, Officers William Schmidt and William Beck were on patrol monitoring traffic on Veterans Highway. Their attention was drawn to an Infiniti sedan. Upon checking its registration, they learned that it was both suspended and assigned to another make of vehicle. They conducted a traffic stop. The driver was slow to pull over. When the vehicle finally came to a stop, first the passenger fled on foot, then the driver attempted to flee in the vehicle. Our capable and fit officers apprehended and detained them both. The officers conducted a thorough investigation, resulting in the seizure of over a pound of cocaine, a half a pound of methamphetamines, and $5,000 in cash. This was the largest drug seizure from a traffic stop in Bucks County in 2024, and the largest in Bristol Township from a traffic stop in many years. Their professional execution and adherence to ever-changing case laws triumphed over a legal defense that was both competent and aggressive. After over a year of legal proceedings, the suspect was sentenced to a substantial state prison term. For exceptional police service, Officer Schmidt and Beck are hereby awarded the Commendation of Merit. Mark's gonna do all the pictures?
All right, 3, 2, 1. Just blind everyone. All right. Whose family wants to go first? We can do it all together. You know yours. Yeah, yeah, that's okay. We'll do that. Yep, we'll do them all. Like do rock, paper, scissors. First one up. All right. Someone's got to go. Who wants to go? Wonderful. All right, Officer Beck.
Well.
You want to do you guys first?
Hello. I know she's not a dog, but she's great, thank you. Detective Landis? You know, it works on dogs, corporals,
Jolly Rancher.
babies.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, stuffy. Yep, Detective Landis. And Officer Prime, did you want photos with your family as well? Okay, we'll do you right after Detective Landis. Officer Prime?
Grandpa, you go. Grandpa, you go. Give me your phone. Grandpa and Grandma take a long time.
Oh my gosh, he's like a split image of you. Yeah, maybe just a few inches taller. Yeah, he is. Thank you.
We're checking on the YouTube status right now. All right, thank you, everyone. Have a lovely evening celebrating everyone. It's me moving it. Yeah. All right, so next up, we have the introduction of Shumei, our finance officer, Shumei Chen. Randy, or just gonna let her do it? Okay, welcome.
Thank you.
Hello.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Shumei Chen. I'm honored to serve as the new finance officer for Bristol Township. After 2 months in this role, I'm truly grateful for the warm welcome I have received and excited for the opportunity to serve the township and its residents. I bring to this role over 20 years of nonprofit financial leadership, include extensive experience of managing and ensure compliance with government contracts. I hold an MBA in accounting. My professional experience covers a bit of everything: financial operation, budgeting, auditing, cash management, grant compliance and reports, internal control, payroll, and HR management. A lot of my past experience has involved complex funding structure, regulatory compliance, and strategic financial planning. So I'm very committed to transparency, accountability, and a strong financial stewardship here in Bristol Township. I also want to take a moment to acknowledge the outstanding team we have here in Bristol Township. Over the past 2 months, I have had a chance to work closely with the township staff. I have been so impressed by the dedication, the knowledge, and the teamwork they bring every day. It's truly a pleasure to be part of such strong, supportive team. I look forward to continue to work collaboratively with the council, township staff, and the community to support the township's financial health and long-term sustainability. Thank you again for the warm welcome. I'm so excited to be here and to say I have officially gotten my feet wet.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for
thank you.
being here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, and welcome. Welcome, Shumei. Our next introduction is of April Watson, the Executive Assistant to the Township Manager. Welcome, April.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I want to say thank you to Randy and to Heather for allowing me to have this opportunity to become a part of the township. I've been a resident of Bristol Township since 1997, so I've watched the township evolve, and I've watched a number of changes in just a few short years. I'm very excited to be a part of this team now and to be a part of changes that are to come. Before coming to the township, I worked almost 23 years for the state of New Jersey, primarily in criminal and municipal government. And before that, I worked for the County of Bucks in emergency health. Just the beginning of this year, I received my EMT certification and still proudly use that within the township, volunteering. So I'm excited for this new journey. I'm excited for our team. We have a really great staff and a really great team, and I'm really excited for the future of Bristol Township and being a resident here and being able to work with my neighbors and helping improve everything with the township. So thank you very much.
Welcome you. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good words. All right, next up, we have a presentation and first reading of proposed 2026 Township Budget. Consideration to authorize advertisement of notice of availability for public inspection.
Thank you. Thank you, Vice President Murphy. We are very excited. We put out a new type of budget this year with the assistance of John Granger, who was interim finance director before Shumay was able to be brought to the township. So the goal of program budgeting, thank you. So a budget is built around, in program budgeting, a budget is built around what we do, not just line items. Each program will show what it does, why it matters, what the costs are, and what the goals are to achieve. So we're moving towards not only capturing what is in a program and what we're going to be spending for that program, but also evaluating performance metrics and how do we take that and use that information to educate and use that information to do the best that we can for the money. So, well, it ties to spending to community goals, improves transparency, shows what each program delivers, and supports council for making better decisions. So examples, as previously said, so in public works, we have snow removal, road maintenance, stormwater maintenance. Police, it would be administration, patrol, community response unit. In our administration office, it's human resource and communications. So each of those will have a defined goal and metrics, and we'll be able to report on those and make sure that we're doing what we say we're doing. As previously stated, the traditional line item budget was organized by department, focused on line items, salaries, supplies, contracts, difficult to track spending, and moving to a program-based budget. We're organized by service areas. We show the total cost to operate each program, and our goals are, includes goals, outputs, and performance measures. So the department will be working to track clear measures for the different workloads, examples of roads paved, service levels, emergency response times, efficiency in all of our time saved, outcomes, which reduces the concerns the community may have, and much increased community impact that will be able to be measured over time. The benefits for the residents would better understanding where their tax dollars goes, clear link between services and costs, ability to compare the programs year over year, and more transparency. As stated before, the benefits for council, it aligns resources with our policy goals, supports data-driven decisions, helps identify efficiencies, and clarifies trade-off of funding levels. So example for a program would be stormwater maintenance. The purpose is to prevent flooding and protect infrastructure. The activities would be to clean, repair, and inspect. Our measures are our performance measures would be how many inlets have we cleaned annually, pipes repaired, number of flooding calls, and then the cost related to operating that program. 2026 focus areas are stronger performance tracking, clearer cost reporting, better alignment with township priorities, more public-facing dashboards and updates, and strategic planning for the future. So a general overview of our tax millage. This is divided up of all the millage. We're not proposing any tax increases this year or any fee increases. So this all remains as a total millage of 24.98. Again, no millage increases. This is the breakdown of what comes to the township. So for the total real estate, refuse, and streetlight assessments, an average assessed home of pays $929.85. We break that down to per month, per week, per day. And then this is a general fund expenditures overview and year over year, and then also shows how much percentage of the general fund is used in each expenditure. The same with the revenues, year over year, and the percentages of where the revenues come from. And you can see most of our revenues come from Act 511 taxes. So that's your local service tax, that's your earned income tax, your mercantile tax, amusement tax. And this is all funds year over year, showing the change in the funding amount. So what we have now is, the funding amount, and we will put this out for public advertisement. Ask for a motion for that to be approved. And then the budget will go onto the website for public inspection and a very detailed report given presentation for December. Thank you.
Great, love to hear about that further transparency. And as you said, this will be advertised on the website then for the next, 30 days, is it? All right, so we need to entertain a motion.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Pat Antonella, second by Mary Ann Wagner. On the motion, any questions? All right, can you call the board, please? Caught you off guard. Sorry.
Vice President Murphy,
4.
Mr. Antonello,
Yes.
Mr. Blaylock,
Yes.
Ms. Dunlap,
Yes.
Mr. Glassen,
Yes.
Mrs. Wagner.
Yes.
Thank you. Next up, we have an ordinance amending the Code of the Township of Bristol, Chapter 175, Streets and Sidewalks, concerning obstructions within right-of-ways. Consideration to take appropriate action. Scott, I believe you have a comment or two?
Yes, I'll just explain what's going on here.
Thank you.
Just in going through the ordinances and code's job and what they've been doing, they realized we didn't have a general prohibition of putting portable storage devices that are temporary there, dumpsters, bagsters, anything like that, in the streets or on the sidewalks that would obstruct the right-of-way. So we're just adding that provision to take care of that. And so what's being added is the following language: no personal storage containers, examples, pod, U-box, etc., roll-off dumpster or bag-style dumpster, shall be permitted to occupy any area within a public right-of-way, including an improved road surface or any sidewalk. And so that'll allow them to enforce that to make sure our roads and sidewalks aren't obstructed.
Lovely. Believe we need a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Joe Glassen, second by Marcia Dunlap. On the motion, any questions? And call the board.
Got one.
What's that? Oh, yes.
Wes Retzler, 504 Western, Bristol. The question is, these obstructions being placed on a township right-of-way in front of your property if you have no sidewalks. Other than trash day. Yeah, you have an 8-foot or a 10-foot or a 6-foot right-of-way on every street. You're an attorney, you should know that.
Yes, you're not supposed to be placing them in the right-of-way. That is correct.
So nothing in that right-of-way except for when it's trash day.
No, what's specifically listed there, nothing in the right-of-way.
Okay.
All right.
Vice President Murphy,
4.
Mr. Antonello,
Yes.
Mr. Blaylock,
Yes.
Ms. Dunlap,
Yes.
Mr. Glassen,
Yes.
Mrs. Wagner.
Yes.
Thank you. And next up, an ordinance amending the Code of the Township of Bristol, Chapter 134, nuisances concerning the removal of weeds and nuisance vegetation. Consideration to take appropriate action. Scott?
Same thing, sort of this is a cleanup. There was, just doing the enforcement and issues that code has found. They've noticed that, there's times between weeds and things grow onto someone else's property, grown between fences, and we didn't specifically prohibit that. So there was some trouble with enforcement of that, so we cleaned up that language to add that prohibition to the nuisance ordinance.
Great, thank you.
I have a question. Does that mean on the curb part?
Yes, it includes, like if grass or something is growing out of the curb, yes. And between the curb and where the street meet, yep. That's what's included as well.
And we just call who?
Code. Yes.
Call to report it, okay.
Thank you.
All right.
We
I'm
we
gonna
can
second that
also,
motion.
you don't have to call, we have services now, we have programs, we have See, Click,
Click,
Fix.
Fix.
Okay.
So I understand it was a motion by Mary Ann Wagner, and it was
I'm gonna
seconded
second
by Marcia Dunlap. On the motion, any questions? All right, you want to hold the board?
Vice President Murphy.
Yes.
Mr. Antonello.
Yes.
Mr. Blaylock.
Yes.
Ms. Dunlap.
Yes.
Mr. Glassam.
Yes.
Mrs. Wagner.
Absolutely.
Thank you. So moving on to the consent agenda. First, we have consider approval of voucher list and requisitions dated November 20th, 2025, in the amount of $5,606,693. And consider approval of October 16th, 2025 council meeting minutes. Take a
I'll
motion?
make that motion, sir.
Motion by Joe Glasson,
Second.
second by Mr. Antonello. All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Thank you.
I will abstain because I wasn't here for the October meeting.
All right, one abstention. Thank you, Marianne. Next up, we have a report from Township Manager, Ms. Mazur.
Thank you, Vice President Murphy. Traditional updates are on the Randall Avenue Bridge, which is moving very well. Again, we're almost at the deadline where we had said it would be completed. We are, it's not, as we mentioned last month, probably not going to be completed by the end of the year, but close to the beginning of the year. We had a meeting with PennDOT and the PUC and PennDOT's consultants that will inspect the bridge, lining up those inspections now because that will that will be required to have some outages again. So we're just trying to be proactive again with Amtrak since we knew that took a while from the first time. Unfortunately, we also have to take the time to let the contractors get a high rail. That's involved as well, yes.
Oh, boy.
So we're trying to be as proactive as possible to start that process earlier. The goal is to open the bridge once the consultants for PennDOT, the bridge inspectors, say that it is compliant and it's ready to be opened. It will not have a, it'll have a base but not a top coat. We'll pave in the spring. And the bridge may, after the full inspection takes place and the reporting, the bridge may be able to, it appears at this point, will be able to be increased in tonnage allowed over the bridge. We just don't know the time or the amount, and we don't want to hold up the increase to open the bridge. So we're going to open the bridge and then you know, it might be re-rated. Senior Center.
Opened at 3.5 tons, right?
Correct. Currently, yes. That's the existing. The hope is to re-rate it, and we'll see what that increases. The Senior Center is also moving towards completion, which is very exciting. That is probably at the end of December. We'll have the seniors move in, and then we'll be able to have the fire station start with the interior renovations. That is all I have. I would like to say thank you to the staff. The budget process was, yes, thank you. The budget process was different this year. We started in around April and May, but to change over from line item budgeting to program budgeting is no small feat, and the staff worked tremendously hard and put a lot of effort into the information, and I'm very, very grateful and appreciative of the staff that we have. Special, my partner in crime over here, Heather. I haven't had the assistance in the township manager's office on budgets and presentations and the like, and I don't know how I've done it without the help that I've gotten. Thank you.
Yeah, grateful and appreciative are our words, too. But, I'm sorry, go ahead.
And I'm sorry, Heather reminded me. The holiday parade is on Saturday. It looks like it's the rain will be in the morning. We're hopeful that it won't be in the afternoon. If we have to call it, that'll be by early Saturday morning. We'll get everybody if it's a rain date or if it's not. We typically don't have a rain date, and we're hopeful that the weather will cooperate. So that'll start at Brookwood Elementary and go down to Mill Creek Elementary. Starts at 12 o'clock this Saturday. And if you have letters for Santa. If they can be handed off to somebody on council in the parade, that's great. If not, we have our mailbox that'll be here, and we'll make sure that we get the letters to Santa.
Right, the mailbox will be here for the tree lighting, that's on the 8th, correct?
And then it's also in the lobby for the full month.
Oh, the whole month, okay, fantastic. Yes, got to get those letters to Santa. Thank you.
And the tree lighting's on December 6th.
6th, sorry, okay,
That's okay.
thank you. Alrighty, next up, a report from Township Solicitor. Mr. Holbert?
Yes. First thing, I neglected to say this at the beginning, prior to tonight's meeting, Bristol Township Council met in an executive session where matters of township property and personnel issues were discussed. And other than that, the only other announcement, I just want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. All right, we're on to new business. First up, we have an application of Lincoln 55 LLC requesting preliminary and final land development approval in order to construct 89 age-qualified residential units and a clubhouse with a pool on the property located at 10 Plumtree Place, Levittown, tax parcel number 058-021-162-001 in an R3 residential zoned district. Hello.
Good evening, Matt McHugh, attorney for Lincoln 55 LLC.
Hi, Matt.
Here to discuss, hopefully, preliminary final land development approval for the redevelopment of the former Lincoln Elementary School property as 89 age-restricted dwelling units consisting of 48 apartment units and 41 stacked townhome or flat units. This is a project, if you can put up the record plan, number 2. Perfect, thank you. This is hopefully our final council presentation in a set of projects that have a long history, going back to initially the rezoning of the A8 use in your zoning ordinance to allow for potentially was the redevelopment of the Fitch Elementary School, the George Washington, and finally the Lincoln Elementary School, ultimately culminating in plans for the redevelopment of Fitch, now Lincoln, and also the dedication of Washington to the township. This is the same plan that you have seen over the course of these proceedings at the rezoning stage, at the conditional use, which was granted, which those that were presented before the Planning Commission a few months ago recommended for approval, and now here before council this evening. We have received review letters and a draft resolution. They're all acceptable to us. The only real modification to the plan that's of any substance that came out of the preliminary final land development plans was, as a result of review comments, we had to increase the size of the stormwater basin, and that ate into some of the open space that we had allowed on the property. So we'll have to do an adjustment of additional space that was granted and dedicated to the township at Washington. But we overall think it's a net positive for the overall site. It'll address stormwater management. No change in the dwelling units, no change in the layout, no change in the circulation of the property. It's exactly what you've been seeing over the course of the last couple years. And we're excited to get this project underway. The Fitch project, although developed ultimately by a different developer, it's been a big hit. We already have interest, significant interest in these units when they come online. So happy to go through and address any of the particular comments or the waivers. We have, I think, 7 specific waivers. All of those were reviewed and recommended by the Planning Commission. I believe your township engineer is okay with all of those, and will comply with all the comments, and we agree with the resolution. So with that, I'm happy to take any questions the council may have or that staff may have.
Just real quick, Matt, what was the additional open space that we would have to allocate at the Washington
It's
site?
less than an acre. I don't have the exact number, but it's less than 1 acre. And we had previously granted dedicated the entire Washington site. When we did that, these plans weren't finalized. We put a set number that would be allocated to the Lincoln site. It'll have to be adjusted by plus or minus an acre, I would say.
Yeah, and so the entire 17 acres of Washington site was donated to the township. Just that some restriction of that was about 9 acres at the time that has to be left as open space. The rest, obviously, we could develop as future parkland, but obviously the open space can also still be passive recreation, so it would just be an additional.
Adding another acre on.
Yes.
Yeah, and the benefit of that is we've increased the size of the stormwater basin here. It's not to allow for any additional residential density.
Right. Stormwater management, good. Yep. All good. Everybody loves
Yeah,
that.
well,
Stormwater management.
That's why part of Washington is undeveloped, is because it's the floodplain issue there, and would, you know, it's not appropriate to have anything there.
Correct, yes.
Yeah.
That's part of
That's
the problem as
absolutely
well.
right.
Yeah, okay,
Mr.
that's
Schroeder,
good.
any comments?
I mean, I think it was well stated that like a lot of the heavy lifting, hard work was done with all the planning that went into this, and this was just getting all the, you know, technical design information together and to a point where we're comfortable with the recommendation for preliminary final approval tonight.
Thank you, sir.
One more thing, just to clarify, the electrical issue, how power is going to arrive at this facility?
Kurt was all over
Just make us feel a little better about it.
So the one thing I'll say is PICO will not even talk to us until we have an approved final land development plan, which hopefully will happen this evening. And we have heard loud and clear from staff about the issues and the amount of work that went into getting power to the site of Fitch. We're 100% aware of it. We will be, your ordinance requires utilities to go underground. We're not asking for a waiver from that. So we will address that appropriately once we have our land development plan and begin to coordinate with PICO, and we'll keep the township, involved in all of that and work through those issues.
Good, we'll take you at your word then.
All right. All right, anybody else? We'll entertain a motion then.
I'll make that motion.
All right.
Second.
Motion by Pat Antonello, seconded by Joe Glasson. On the motion, any questions? If you could call the board, please.
Vice President Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Antonello?
Yes.
Mr. Blaylock?
Yes.
Ms. Dunlap?
Yes.
Mr. Glasson?
Yes.
Mrs. Wagner?
Yes.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next up is an application of Paul Leonhauser, 1122 Grebe Avenue, Bristol, tax parcel number 05-074-253, requesting preliminary final subdivision approval to subdivide into 2 lots and construct a single-family dwelling located in an R2 zone district. Well, hello.
Good evening, Council. Bryce McGuigan from Begley Carlin here on behalf of Paul Leinheiser tonight. Thank you so much for having us. We're here this evening to request preliminary and final subdivision approval for a simple 2-lot subdivision at 1122 Grebe Avenue. We received recommended approval from the Planning Commission earlier this month related to this project. By way of background, it's lots of shade over, a quarter of an acre in size. The current home that's existing is skewed all the way to the left. Our plan is pretty simple. Draw a line right down the center of the parcel, build a home on the right side that's currently unimproved. We received a few dimensional variances in order to proceed with the project from the Zoning Hearing Board earlier this year. And at the end of the day, the proposed home will be largely in keeping with the surrounding community. The only change that we made since the submission of the subdivision plan was following receipt of the Gilmore letter. We actually moved the house back, decreased the front yard setback variance that we received at zoning, so now we can have 2 off-street parking spaces on the lot. Another point of note, I know the prior application referenced an increased stormwater basin. We are providing formal stormwater management with respect to the new parcel, and we are intentionally over-designing that system just in case there's any future improvements on the lot. So that way a future property owner won't have to dig up the system and redo that. At the end of the day, we're asking for a total of 6 waivers here tonight. Be more than happy to go through those in detail or answer any question that any of the township staff or council members may have. But otherwise, we've had an opportunity to review the draft resolution. We've had an opportunity to review Kurt's letter, and every item, barring the 6 waiver request, is a will comply.
Yeah, I know we've seen this in all the other zoning and planning, and so moving along. Kurt, any comments or?
I have nothing to add.
All right, lovely. Anyone else? All right, pretty simple.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Mary Ann Wagner,
I'll second.
seconded by Marcia Dunlap. On the motion, any questions? Call the board, please.
Vice President Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Antonello?
Yes.
Mr. Blaylock?
Yes.
Ms. Dunlap?
Yes.
Mr. Glassen?
Yes.
Mrs. Wagner?
Yes.
All
Thank-
right,
thank you very much.
congratulations.
Thank you very much, council.
Thank you. All right, next up is a resolution authorizing the township manager to submit a statewide local share assessment grant application to Commonwealth Financing Authority to be used for the Croydon Fire Company fire apparatus acquisition project in the amount of $807,000. Sounds like we want to absolutely apply for money. Right? Does that sum it up? All righty.
And I'd be happy to make that.
Mr.
I'll
Gla-
second that.
All right, motion by Mr. Glass and seconded by Mr. Blaylock. On the motion, any questions? Call the board.
Vice President Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Antonello?
Yes.
Mr. Blaylock?
Yes.
Ms. Dunlap?
Yes.
Mr. Glassen?
Yes.
Mrs. Wagner?
Yes.
All right. Next up, consider UniFirst Customer Service Agreement. I don't know what that is.
Sure. Well, thank you.
Thank
I'm
you.
here to tell you.
Excellent.
This
Love
is
it.
a 5-year contract to renew our existing 5-year contract. This is for our mat rentals. So we rent these mats here. They come and they clean them. Not these here, but the ones in the front of the buildings and in the back, any entrance ways.
There you go.
They come, they clean, they swap, and the prices are effective. Of a 5-year increase.
All right, beautiful.
I'll make that motion.
I'll
Sue.
second.
Motion by Mr. Glass and second by Mr. Antonello. On the motion, any questions? Please call the board.
Matt guys.
Vice President Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Antonello?
Yes.
Mr. Blaylock?
Yes.
Ms. Dunlap?
Yes.
Mr. Glassen?
Yes.
Mrs. Wagner?
Yes.
Awesome. Next up, consider governmental entity certificate of resolution.
That sounds a lot more exciting than it is.
Yeah, I don't even know that it does,
These-
but okay.
These are signature cards. Now that we have Shumei Chen in here, this would be signature charge for signatures for our checks and our
So
disbursement counts.
update signature cards is really what that says. All right.
It's a fancy way of saying
Yeah,
that.
sure is. Anybody want to make that motion?
I will.
Mary Ann Wagner on the motion, second by Marcia Dunlap. On the motion, any questions? Please call the board.
Vice President Murphy?
Yes, please.
Mr. Antonello?
Yes.
Mr. Blaylock?
Yes.
Ms. Dunlap?
Yes.
Mr. Glassen?
Yes.
Mrs. Wagner?
Yes.
Awesome. And lastly, resolution authorizing the sale of surplus equipment. What do we have? Yeah, what do we got?
2 very old trucks that are each valued of less than $2,000.
Pickup trucks?
Correct.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Motion by Mr. Glass and seconded by Mr. Antonello. Any questions on that? Please call the board.
Vice President Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Antonello?
Yes.
Mr. Blaylock?
Yes.
Ms. Dunlap?
Yes.
Mr. Glassen?
Yes.
Mrs. Wagner?
Yes.
Alrighty, we're on to other business. Is there any other business? Alrighty. Comments from council members? Other than have a great Thanksgiving?
Yeah, just happy Thanksgiving.
All right.
Come out to the parade Saturday.
Fly your Christmas trees at Levittown Fire Company.
There you go.
Christmas trees.
And also want to make sure that I say and all of us say up here thank you for voting for all of us.
Oh,
the
yes,
next
thank you,
4
thank
years.
you, thank
Very
you.
important that you kept all 4 of us together.
Yes,
So
we
thank you.
appreciate that. Thank you. Good point, Marcia.
Very good.
All right, next up is opportunity for residents to address council. And first up, we have Mr. Larry Rhodes. Larry, hello.
Good evening. There are some issues I have that people have come up to me about the Kennedy Park. They're telling me that the cameras do not work. Do they actually work? The cameras?
JFK, yes, they do work.
They do work. Okay. Because people were saying that they want to know what we can do about people on top of the like the pavilion. They're walking on top of that, and they're also leaving like Jack Daniel bottles in the park around kids. What could I do, or what could the residents do around the area to prevent that?
When you see people utilizing the park for those services, where, you know, if you see anybody drinking there or gathering, or you see any vandalism, call the police. And what we will be doing, again, with all of our service increases, it will be the checks on the parks more often. That we're hiring more officers so we can assess all the different parks.
Like when I do my neighborhood watch, when it doesn't get started, I'll be able to more assess with that too also, correct?
Pardon me?
When I start my neighborhood watch for that area, I'll be able
absolutely.
to do it, okay.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we have so many parks. We have a very big township. We appreciate the helps of the residents. So, and I do believe our new chief was going to be reaching out and seeing if we can get some more neighborhood watches.
Okay, thank you, that's all I have.
Next up, we have Kelly Chu.
Press the button. Hi. I live at 2401 Wood Avenue. We have a paper street that is next to us, and we were asked by the people behind us, which is 805 North Wilson Avenue, to remove we were given permission to park vehicles there. They said they needed to get to a water line, which is absolutely fine. Next thing we know, trees are being torn down. We found out today that there was a council meeting 3 years or 4 years ago to approve a warehouse and 239 parking spaces directly behind our house. We were never given a certified letter that this went through. We had no idea that this warehouse was being built, that these parking spaces were being built. They will be facing my direct backyard. They will be facing my house. Their lights will be coming in, their pollution, their noise, their traffic, their trucks. We already had an issue with their using a road that was supposed to be closed off and not able to be used. They used it all summer long. Tractor trailers were going up our residential, excuse me, I'm very upset, our residential streets all summer. They tore down all the trees. None of my neighbors were giving certified letters. We had no idea this was happening in our neighborhood. We're also fighting the bridge that's going to be coming down. We have no idea what's happening in our neighborhood, in our houses, and every day something else is being taken. We should have all been told. We should have been warned. I have a backyard and now I'm going to have a 100,000 square foot warehouse as my neighbor. And we weren't giving any warning, no letters, no signs, no communication, nothing. This happened, it got approved by council. We would have been here and we would have fought this. Their water runoff that ran on that paper street floods that yard, bypasses the drainage system. What's going to happen now when they take that road? Because they're not replacing the pavement. Where's all that runoff going to go to? What hours are they going to be operating a huge warehouse behind my residential house that I pay taxes for? And apparently these are companies that are coming from out of state. That this was approved. This is a big initiative by the state to bring companies from out of state in. And we accept this. This is fine, but it's our neighborhood. We live here. We're fighting a bridge. We don't have the Randall Bridge. We have all these things thrown at us. No communication. Not one letter. Not one person came and knocked on our door. No one told us. And now we have a huge warehouse being in my backyard. That is my view, my backyard. No warnings. So I just wanted to.
So, well, what we can do in the future, so that technically when you have a zoning hearing board application, it's required by state law to notify neighbors 500 feet on the same street, 150 feet to the rear.
Okay, so that wasn't done. Now what happens?
Well, I don't know if there was any zoning. That's only if you have to go to the zoning hearing board and you have to get variances. And then they would come to the planning commission and then to council. And there's no formal requirement to notify the neighbors. Only if there's a map amendment, if we're changing the zoning map or something of that nature, there's certain requirements that require neighbor notification. We can modify it in-house. It might not be required, but we can do it. We can send out notifications. We can work with our building and planning department to use the same protocol for zoning hearing boards to advise of the planning commission, of the council meetings. What we have done recently, though, is enhanced our website so that all the plans are on there, all the, all of our agendas are on there. So, this has been the practice, but this is the first time that we've been actually hearing concerns. So we do, anybody that, a developer.
So we can go back 3 years and see, because I'm sure they had to get some type of zoning. They have a street that they weren't supposed to be using, they used it all summer. Our neighbors had to call and complain because that they were using a street that they weren't supposed to use. So I'm sure that there is some, if they didn't know they couldn't use that street, I'm sure that they had to go through something to construct this huge warehouse right behind our house. And then another building, I'm sure they had to go through something to.
Well, they went to, like I said, it's a land development, so every
Right.
land development doesn't need zoning relief. But it does, pardon me? Okay, well then we have on file what the notifications that were sent
Okay,
out.
so that's what
maybe
I'm
you were
asking,
just not.
so if they said we did, say that we did, what's my next step? What can I do next? Because they broke ground yesterday, and I'm sure they're not gonna stop, because I say, hey, stop, I'm looking into this. So what is our next step to do?
There are no, I mean, it was approved by, Scott, you should probably handle
But
it.
weren't they
Can
supposed to?
can I ask a question real quick here? What is your specific address?
2401 Wood Avenue
That's on Wood, and behind you,
is 805 North Wilson Avenue.
North Wilson. Yeah.
Yes, so that's our other concern is they have, so this is why, I'm not saying that they did something they weren't supposed to do, but now we have all these trucks coming in down Green Lane, which I don't know where you live. That light at Green Lane and 13 is ridiculously backed up now as it is.
We
And now-
know.
And now they're building, now we're gonna
I know.
have 200, all these trucks coming through, and for whatever reason, when a truck uses the GPS, it sends them down Green Lane, left on Radcliffe, back into our development. I had a truck today. I ran outside and took a picture. He's backing up. It's a residential place. They're going across our yards. It's not their fault.
No, it is. There's things that we can do about that. It's difficult, but depending on the roads, local, state, whatever, but we will, I guarantee you, we will look into this. Does anybody have the name of this company? What is this project?
This is it's Benchmark, right?
Yeah.
Who is it, Scott?
It started as Crownwood, that was the developer that approved, Benchmark took
And then
over
they
the
had
project.
sold, the original owner had sold. which we
Right,
were-
Benchmark.
Right, so this is where
Yep.
the longstanding property owner was here. He came in for the development, and then he sold an approved plan.
Yeah. Which is not uncommon. It's nothing to,
I'm not saying
you-
anything, but I just, we had no idea.
Kurt, one question, I guess, for you. There's gonna be some type of a buffer between this property and the residential.
It's
something
a
that you-
very small buffer. They have this little piece of land sketched out for this 58 spots directly behind our fence.
But I'm saying, I'm pretty sure there should be a tree screen up and more than.
I mean, we
just-
don't,
No,
you're right,
probably
Joe.
build new
We
ones.
never
I have the
approve anything
plans.
without a
I
significant
could
buffer.
go through the plans after the meeting or whatever and provide whatever information, clarifications. I mean, we don't have any record. I don't believe this went to zoning. This was a by right development plan. And I believe the access drive that maybe you're referring to might be a emergency access only.
What was supposed to be, but then they used it
Well,
all
and-
summer
and
long.
so if they're using it as a primary
They had,
access.
they have closed it
we could-
again, but they used it all summer
Yeah.
long. The big trucks were coming through, their workers were coming through. And then they had it unlocked, and then enough neighbors called and complained, and they have since relocked
Yeah,
it.
and we can monitor that, and I can go through any other improvements with you on the plan and show you what the
That would be,
specifics
that
are.
would be nice, since this was going up right behind our house without. Thank you.
Thanks, Kelly.
Thank you for coming in. I'm sorry this is
Debbie
happening.
Gratz, come on down. Hello, young lady.
Yeah, now it is. Hi, ladies. first I want to say thank you.
Just please state your name and address just for the minutes is all.
Debbie Edgley.
Thank you.
I just want to say thank you. Thank you for your help for the Randall Avenue Bridge, Ratcliffe Street, and as of right now, we have Ratcliffe Street on the 2026 paving for PennDOT. So it was a lot of work to get that done, but I just want to say thank you for all your help, Randy. I know I beat you up a lot, and I know, Cindy, I beat you up too. But we are losing our community in Edgley. We are losing it to Sylvie, the amount of trucks we have coming down this road. We're losing it to Green Lane of all the trucks because nobody wants to go down. They come down Ratcliffe to go to the Keystone Industrial Park. When they did the truck study, we're getting between, on a hard winter day, 2,000 to 3,000 trucks in an 8-hour period. That's just in an 8-hour period. Now, we're allowing, which we have to allow, these 3 warehouses being built on North Wilson Avenue, which is right behind their house. They're not taking those roads. They're not coming. They're coming down Ratcliffe. They're hitting off, going into the section, and then going where they have to go. Now we're dealing with the bridge. Now we're told that they are going to take between 22 to 44 homes, up to 60 homes in Edgley. And nobody's communicating this. They're only giving us half answers. They already know their plans. They put this plan in front of us, south, north, north. They already knew they weren't doing south. They would have never let that gentleman buy that storage unit and let him build it when we were at Ben Franklin that summer as he was building that storage unit when the southbound plan was there. Now they're saying they may be doing north staged or the 2 north bridges. They know they're doing the 2 north bridges. IEW already has the plans. We're getting smoke and mirrors. Somebody has to stand up for Edgley. And we're coming hard, and we're not going to stop. You're destroying our beautiful neighborhood. Not you specifically, but in the sense of all the manufacturing that we're allowing in this area. Sylvie got no occupancy permits to do anything on that property. Randy looked it up in 15 years. They put up 3 more silos, cement, everything else, and nothing was done. We all let it go. We smiled, let it go. We're getting hit at all angles. We're destroying our neighborhood. Our park looks like it hasn't been touched in 20-some years. Right by the VFW. You see it, Marcia, when you're over there voting. What does the park look like? Yeah. Well, the plans were done many years ago. We had the grant funding, a match grant funding. This is before you were on council. Nothing was ever done. So now the Edgley residents are not stopping. We're going to speak up. We're holding a town resident meeting in January. And I'm sorry, maybe in February, we're all going to come hard, and yous are all going to have to listen to us. I'm not attacking yous, but we pay a lot of tax revenue over here on the river. And when I talk to these residents, they don't know what Patrick Antonella's doing. They don't know what Cindy's doing. They don't know what Marcia's doing. They don't know what Ray's doing. They don't know what you're doing, Marianne. I don't even know what you're doing. You know how I know what Cindy's doing? Because I talk to her. Nobody does communications of what they're doing. Marcia, did you help somebody out in your neighborhood? Maybe your park, maybe this, maybe that. Nobody communicates what they do with other residents, so nobody knows. So when I'm around talking about this the Pennsylvania Turnpike Bridge, they say council doesn't care. And I said, no, they do care. You just have to talk to them. Well, I didn't know Cindy did that. I didn't know Cindy got that done. I didn't know Randy got that done, because nobody speaks. There's no communication coming from the council. While you are on right here and tell the residents what we do. Pat, sometimes I get mad at you. I'll be flat out honest with you.
I know.
Okay? Because, and I don't think you do anything. But I hear from Randy you did. So then I said, oh, wow. I didn't know Patrick did that. So now I like you a little bit. Okay? But what I'm trying to say is, I don't know what you do. I know what Marcia does because I go and talk to her at the meetings.
And yeah, Debbie's always told me, and I always say to her, no, we don't like to toot our own horn. She's like, do it. Tell everybody what you do. And we're with you 100%, and we want to present a united front with our state representatives and our federal Congress, and I know we're gathering a lot of information, so when we do approach and send in our united front letter, if you will, and opposition, that we have a lot of facts that we're going hard at them with.
No, and I
So,
understand that,
yeah.
but some of them
But
did
we
go
got-
and do it on
yeah.
their own. Steve S., I hate saying his last name,
I
you
know
know
you
that.
do.
He went and sent the letter on his own when we were supposed to go as United Front.
Yeah.
You know, it's just the integrity. We're gonna deal with almost half a mile to a mile of Radcliffe that's gonna look like a prison guard, because they're gonna have the fence up with the barbed wire all around it. Our beautiful Radcliffe I
Yeah.
mean, my husband's their family's owned the home since 1920. Everybody in Edgeley, especially on the river, the house gets handed down legacy to legacy. And I'm just saying, we need more communication because,
We'll do it then.
and I don't come to meetings. I stay behind.
I know. Thank you, though. Thank you for coming up. Thank you for
I,
speaking.
I can, Debbie, let me tell you something. I was on the original Zoom call for public officials. I think the two people on council that were on that call were Cindy and I. And we both said the same thing when they went to the public meeting and announced that, oh, it looks like we're gonna go on the north side. Because I immediately, Cindy and I immediately went, is that the impression you got? I'm the only one who asked a question on that Zoom meeting regarding that and the homeowners there. I feel your pain. I am angry because I feel like I participated in a Zoom meeting. I spent my 2 hours, I devote my time. We all have lives. I'm there and I leave with the impression, well, this is still up in the air. We're not sure what they're going to do yet. I find out they come to the public meeting and basically it's a done deal. And you're right, it's a done deal. That's the way I feel about it. No, but they didn't tell us, I hung up from that meeting thinking, well, this is gonna go, nobody knows what's what just yet. It's gonna go on. And then when that came out, talk about angry, I'm angry because I feel like they lied to me.
Okay, well, where did you grow up at?
Levittown.
Okay, well, you talk to anybody in Edgeley, and almost 70% of them have grown up in Edgeley. They all come back to Edgeley.
I get it.
The legacy of Edgeley, and it's getting destroyed. The legacy of Edgeley is my beautiful home that I've been since a kid. The turnpike is gonna knock it down. And Cindy said to me, you got the money, go move that house, because isn't it a beautiful house? The house on sale? Yes.
I did not tell you that.
Yes, you did. I said, that's my. Yes, you did. When me and you were sitting here talking.
Anyhow, the point I'm trying to make here is, I'm offended myself because I feel as if I was lied to by them. They invited public officials, they did this entire presentation, and we left feeling like, well, it's still up in the air. And it was not.
I know, I'm on the phones every 2 hours, every day.
I got it.
Hi, Sam.
Hello, Sam Fenton, Edgeley section of Bristol Township. First off, the truck traffic, she shouldn't have to call all the time for that. That should be a routine thing, because right now, with the bridge out, we're getting tons of trucks. Okay, so you can't get out of the section. Someone's gonna get in a bad accident. All right, as far for this new building we're talking about, 2 years ago, I did approach a council member, because I read it on, I believe, Levittown Now. I'm not gonna mention any names, because I'm not that kind of guy. But I was told there was nothing they could do. And I said, who was the illustrious engineer who would put parking for 239 vehicles, 58 trucks, 20 bays, facing a neighborhood? And what I'm getting at is, the people elect you, the people pay for you, the businesses don't. So you gotta start representing the people. And Edgeley is getting screwed lately, okay? So my point about that is, anybody, any contractor would know that you put the building up and you would put the parking in the rear of it. Unless they had intentions of using the road, which is supposed to be closed for emergency service, on Wood Avenue. And if there was a ordinance years ago when they opened up North Wilson Boulevard that all businesses were supposed to use that. So I don't know why they would do that, but they're gonna get the runoff, and I know they put a retention basin in, but they will get the runoff from the giant parking lot. So I guess what I'm trying to say too is, people who make decisions in Bristol Township don't live here. They don't live here. And I'm talking about your engineers and lawyers. And they could give a hoot about Edgeley, about Levittown. They want to get the money in and get it out. So now you have to really realize somebody has to go out to these places when you're doing these things and look and see the project with your eyes. Like I took you, Cindy, I took Craig out to look at that bridge. Maps don't tell the story. Eye test tells the story. So I have one more person that has to go out with me, and then I would like tonight for the council to make a resolution that we're all against the council, the Turnpike Bridge going north as the project states. Could I get that? Could I get it? Could I get someone to honor that tonight and send a letter, send several letters, one to the state rep, one to the congressman, one to the state senator or the state representative and the state senator's office, and all in collaboration.
Sam, we're all doing that.
I know, but I haven't seen the letter yet. No, I haven't seen it.
But we're talking with all those people constantly.
I know.
So they know exactly where we
so
stand,
am I.
and we're all going to
so
do
am I.
it together.
And
Yeah.
I'm getting feedback that, well, we haven't heard from the township yet. We haven't heard here yet. So I guess why I'm asking that is hopefully I can get a resolution right now that you're all against it.
Well, let me say this before we go any further than that. I don't know that you're going to get that from us tonight, but I can tell you that I'm 100% behind you.
Well,
And I would.
If everybody here is
Sam,
for it-
because you've been in local
And we gotta-
politics, you understand how it works, right?
I do.
Then?
This has been going on quite a while. This has been going on quite a while.
I think you kind of know that everybody up here is behind you. Like,
Okay, well then let's
but,
get
I
it
mean,
rolling.
Calling for a resolution, I'm not gonna grab a pen and start writing a resolution.
No.
I think
No,
it's a little
and we're, so
unfair to
we're
us
going to talk
to
about it.
call
We're
for
going to
right
talk to
now.
our manager and the people that, and our legal team,
Handle this
and
the
we'll,
proper way.
we'll move forward.
But it took
Your
me to come to this meeting to
recommendation,
do that?
Sam, listen,
No.
no one's
No.
telling
No.
you no.
No,
I'm
we're
telling you
behind
that
you.
your
What do you-
recommendation will be more than taken under advisement. But I'm not going to jump off a cliff in case there is one there without talking to my legal team and examining what the significance and the ramifications are of writing a resolution. And when I said, you know how local politics works, what I meant was, you know that. You know we can't do that, right?
No,
Now,
no, you
I'm
can
telling
do
you
that
right now
because,
that
because
we
this has been
are-
going on for over a year.
Well, Sam,
Okay,
we're
so-
arguing over nothing
so
right now.
everybody knows
because
what's
we're
going
all on
on.
the same team.
Pat, you want me to explain? So,
Yes, please.
in the last few years, there have been changes for regards to agendas and things like that. For them to take a vote on something, they have to have it on the
I
agenda
just want a
ahead of time.
resolution. I don't want
No,
them.
to take a
That's-
vote on a resolution or something,
yeah.
anything, it needs to be on the agenda in advance of the meeting. So we've been looking at this, we've been talking about it for a couple
How about a
of months.
recommendation?
I think you've already pretty much heard.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah,
you had
what-
my
yeah.
recommendation. I want council
Okay.
to be, wait, let me speak, Sam. I want council to be 100% in agreement and create a resolution, a letter, and send it to the local, our local elected representatives, the Turnpike Bridge Commission. Yes, I'm 100%
Okay,
behind that.
Okay, Mr. Antonello, first off, don't yell at me back. That's not nice to do. No.
I wasn't
All right,
yelling.
all right.
And
All right,
Deb,
let's take it
you
easy.
wait for your
Take it
turn.
easy.
That's not nice to do. Second of all, I've been on this for over a year, okay? A year. So I know how it works, and it's lagging behind, my man. And I'm getting tired, very tired. So you as the politician,
I feel you. I hear exactly what you're saying. But you, again,
you've been sitting here, how many meetings since this thing's going on? When was it?
wait a minute. How many meetings?
thing
What
are
are
you
you
talking
talking about?
They presented this thing last what was it, last
October,
October?
this
This
year.
is November.
It's November.
No. I mean, in the spring, they presented it.
But they didn't have.
There was no details.
They didn't have the details. They did
No,
not say.
right.
They knew what the details were.
Yeah, you said that they knew what the details, but it wasn't public. No LOIs went out. Nothing had gone out. There were survey people. There was you called. I called the engineer. Don't say that this council hasn't done things. They have done it. It has
I'm not. I didn't
been-
say that. Now you're misquoting me. I didn't say they didn't do anything. Did I?
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. You said it's been a year. What have you
Yeah,
done?
Sam, you just said we haven't done anything for a year.
No,
And we didn't even know about north, you're saying it's etched in stone that it's north. That's not what they told us last month.
It's not what they told
lied
me.
right-
It's not what
Okay,
they told
well,
me.
I'm telling you,
so
we-
we didn't
What I'm
know. We
saying
didn't-
is-
So we're not sitting on our hands for
What I'm saying is
a
I've been
year.
after this for over a month and a half for the letter, for people to come out and see what it's like. And
we have
I'm
been
getting a
on it.
runaround.
Yep, and we will.
Okay?
Thank you, Sam.
Well, I'm not done yet.
Yeah, your 5
you
minutes
are.
is up. We can talk afterwards. Just stay here and talk. We have a couple other people that are on the list.
Okay.
Thanks, Sam. Next up, that is Wes Wexler.
Well, I can tell you, you're not gonna like this, because I'm gonna ask Scott Hobart to read what the specifications are for putting stuff on township property and sitting out on township property. You withdrew the ordinance you had against having basketball courts out on the street and out on township property. So I know that's not gonna be one of them. Go ahead, read the rest.
I don't even know what you're asking me.
The ordinance you just adopted.
That you're not allowed to have portable storage devices and dumpsters and bagsters in the public right of way, that one?
Yeah,
A pretty common thing throughout other municipalities in this Commonwealth?
and you're not, and you're
Things
allowed.
that obstruct roads and people walking on sidewalks, and we want to stop that? You think that's a bad idea?
And no, I think it's a good idea, but are you gonna include people building trees on the township right, putting trees in the township right away, building fences to extend their own yard out on the township right away? Is that gonna be included in that? No.
Those are determined by the zoning regulations, not by this. This is about streets and sidewalks and obstructions.
Well, you're.
Two completely
you're-
different things.
You're adopting it, right?
But you're talking about two completely
No,
different
I'm
things.
not talking about two
Yes, you were
different
talking about
things.
two completely
I'm
different
talking
things.
about township right-of-ways, building stuff on them, planting trees on them, putting all your garbage cans out on them constantly, 24 hours a day, putting your garbage cans out in the street 2 days, 3 days before
Where would you
garbage
like the
pickup.
trash trucks to drive into people's driveways then, Wes? Is that what you want?
You can put them out there on the day of the trash pickup, not for the whole week,
Again,
not
if you
forever.
have complaints about people leaving things out there, we have ways to handle those complaints. Call, send something through the website. But you're talking about something completely different than what we were dealing with here tonight.
I don't call, I don't do it to the website, I put it in writing to you, to Township L and I.
Click it and fix it. They did a beautiful thing. Just do that, Les. Get it all settled for you.
I don't think so.
You're talking about two completely different things than what we were
Sit-
dealing with tonight.
You're sitting there allowing all this. And
No, we're
and
not.
you're dancing around it by adopting just certain little things. Time is wasted. And now the other thing I'm gonna talk about is like last month, when I asked Randy a question about, you have an order or do you have a warrant? And she looked at you and you looked at her and you're sitting there, you're the attorney, and you're looking at everybody like you're dumb, like you don't know nothing.
Well, I have no idea what you're talking about. You're just throwing out words.
Oh, I can see you don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
You don't know, you don't wanna know what I'm talking about either.
You threw out the words order and warrant, and I don't even know in what
And-
context.
And another thing we got is I noticed that when the police were sworn in, used to have a piece in there that said they were sworn to uphold the ordinances of Bristol Township. I noticed that was removed. Is there any reason why? Anybody want to tell me why they removed that? I don't know. They say, I don't know. It wasn't me, Joel. Okay. Township L&I. Not supposed to be running the junkyard. You're not supposed to have things sitting around that's going to draw rats and varmint and all that. So I got a neighbor that for a month now, he's got a big trailer about half of the size of that bench you're sitting behind up there. And it's full of debris and stuff from tree branches and tree roots and so on and so forth sitting there. It ain't been emptied, sitting right in his driveway, along with abandoned cars sitting in his driveway. So what? Township L&I drives up and down the street every day. They don't see that? What do you do, put blinders on until they get where they're going? You know, nobody's giving me no answers. You got the township park. Says no motorized vehicles allowed. You got one guy in my neighborhood, I call him Golf Cart Boy. And you guys know who I'm talking about. McGoldrick rides around in the park all the time. They tell me, oh, well, he's certified to do this and do that. And if any emergency happens, he can give them a CPR. He can't even get on his cart by himself, and you're going to expect him to get off the cart and give him CPR?
Thanks,
You
Wes.
got to be out of your mind.
All right, and last up, we have Mr. Ken Smith. Welcome back. Haven't seen you in a while.
5 minutes to Sam. He's got more important things to say.
You don't want to get up?
No, I'm not. It's more important for him to get up.
Am I allowed to go back up, or do I gotta get
Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
That's special dispensation.
But Sam, you said
And you know,
there's
I might have made a mistake about that.
Parking?
No.
Yeah,
About
you said there's 289 parking spots.
239,
It's 50, 58, 59?
58 trucks.
No, that's parking, and then on the other side, away from the homes, into is where the truck bays are. They're on the other side of the
But
building.
you'll have to show me that because
Yeah,
the
I'd
way
like-
the
Yeah,
map,
you
the way
send
the
it to
map,
me.
I know,
Like
but the way I see that
Sam,
map,
Can we talk after the meeting? Because
Yeah.
I'm holding back over here with
Yeah.
a lot of the
Yeah,
things that
let's-
you said. Let's talk after the meeting to clarify a lot of what you said.
well, you're gonna have to talk with them too.
Happy
All
to
right.
do so.
All right, please don't take my time now. Okay,
Please continue.
Yeah.
I
go
guess what
ahead,
I
the
was
time
trying to
stones,
say is
yeah.
I wanted to, when I came here and I just read my notes, I didn't want a resolution. I'd like to vote of confidence is what I wanted. That's what I was trying to get. So, anyway, there is someone else that has to take a ride with us to go look, and that's Randy. You're supposed to let me know when you're gonna do that. I've been waiting like 4 weeks for this. I just want you to see
But-
with your eyes.
I've been out there, Sam. I've been out there and I've seen it. It's more important for your council members, your elected officials, than it is for me. I wasn't.
I did it only because you were going to write the letter, I thought. Okay, well,
And,
all right.
and Sam, you do have our commitment.
Yeah, I don't
You-
want to
you-
take your time,
you-
Sam, but
right,
I'm 100%
you've-
behind what you're asking for.
You've heard all of us say it.
Just
We-
go ahead and talk, and
All right.
we'll be
So,
quiet. And
So the next thing I'd like to talk about is the park, the Edgley Park. It's something near and dear to me. It was one of the last projects that I was gonna do when I was involved, and it got taken away. They did away with the funding. And the park hasn't been touched probably since 2005 or so. I have a plan that was done by William Major and Associates that is pretty much what the people wanted over there. It's pretty much refurbishing that park. So a couple, I'm gonna say about 8 or 9 years ago, I gave it to one of your council members at a meeting at the Redevelopment Authority, and I was told that they would look into it with Bob White and your previous manager. That never happened. So then I gave it to Randy's, I don't know if it was her assistant or her head of Parks and Rec. She since is gone, but she told me it would be on the list to do. So I'm hoping that at some point we could do this park, put it on a list, and include myself or Debbie and or both, and go by that plan, because that's what the people wanted over there. I'd be glad to give up my time to work with the engineer, but it's already stamped, so it shouldn't cost you any money. Then I have stop signs, if you don't mind listening to stop signs. So all the way down Palmer, crossed off of Ratcliffe, we need stop signs because kids are riding their bikes and something's gonna happen very soon. So when you come off Ratcliffe, and we'll just go right down the line, Coates, Hammond, or Coates, Purdue, Hammond, and Crown, there's no stop signs, so they can make a straight run. So we need some stop signs, because they're going pretty good, especially now with the holiday season.
And you're
with
saying
the
on
trucks.
Radcliffe, right?
No, when you come off Ratcliffe, so the adjoining streets to get into Edgewood.
Oh, okay.
Which would be
Not
Coates.
Radcliffe, yeah.
Which would be Coates, Purdue, which needs a four-way, because there's no stop sign on Palmer there. So they're flying from Coates all the way down. The other two are Hammond and Crown. And then, lastly,
Oh, right, no, sure.
no, I just want them to get, there's stop signs all over, but they're not, they're making a straight run from one end to the other. So one of these kids are gonna get hit.
Yeah, for safety.
There used to be stop signs there, so I don't know if they were knocked down and not.
And then, can I ask the engineer a question? What is the, on that warehouse situation?
All right,
front
I
of
think
the-
that's all gonna be, that's what we're gonna discuss. Just, let's.
All right.
We're here.
All right, thank you for the
We're not gonna go
time.
anywhere, right? Yeah. So, with that, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
First and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Good night.